Here we go.
Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're well. You amazing, beautiful, wonderful people. It's Sunday, baby. It's Sunday, which some people deem as the first day of the week. Some people deem as the last. I don't know. I'm guessing it's technically the last. I think it's just working in retail. We always were led to believe that Sunday was the first day. I think that was just a way that they got us to work Sundays. But anyway, you're looking absolutely amazing. I'm going to get straight into the meat and potatoes. As a lot of you have reached out to me, I've been trying to get a day off. I've been trying to get time off, but it's not happening. It's just not happening. Because some of you are losing your minds at the moment because of a clay. Is it Sarah's Weird World? Sarah's Weird World is a channel over on Tick to the Talk. And she's been apparently in communication with fans. Fans who were in Argentina when Liam Payne was in Argentina. And they are claiming, they're making some claims that are quite alarming. Or are they? Or are we just taking things out of context, reading into it a little bit too much? Let's see. So what they're claiming is that none of these fans who were actually following Liam around, so these are a bunch of fans who they literally knew he was in Argentina. They were there in order to see him, to have some time with him. They followed him to the concert. They saw him at a Hyatt Hotel where he was earlier. But they never saw him at the CasaSur. They believed that when Kate, or they were led to believe that when Kate, and this is where it kind of all starts to fall apart a little bit, and I'll touch on that in a second, but they believed that when Kate left, Liam left. So that was kind of over. It was over then. And then obviously the breaking news come out that Liam was at the CasaSur, and that's when the fans all descended upon the CasaSur Hotel, which there are certain elements of this that ring true, because you think to yourself, Liam was a big star, do you know what I mean? He was a big star, and when you think that there didn't seem to be a lot of activity around that hotel, the pictures, the images that we're seeing, even when we saw the footage of Liam Payne being carried through the CasaSur, there wasn't really anyone about, and those that were caught in that imagery, they weren't interested. They didn't seem to give a monkeys what was going on. It was like another day at the office. But there certainly weren't an abundance of fans around him. And it's the people who were close to Liam, Rogelio Norris, for instance, who are kind of pushing the narrative that Liam was surrounded by fans. He was interacting with fans. There was about 15 people in the lobby that he was interacting with. And we've got these people who have come forward and said that they spoke with Liam, but there hasn't been many people. It's literally, you could count on one hand how many people are claiming to have interacted with him, and they're not people who you would put in the demographic of Liam Payne fans. You've got two guys who were seemingly in the world of financial business. You've got some female who had a conversation with him and subsequently has vanished off of the internet. You've obviously got people who were apparently paid to spend time with Liam. We've got Brian, who, well, I've got no time for Brian whatsoever. It's odd. Do you know what I mean? On one hand, I think he does seem to be on Liam's side and pushing that something nefarious has happened, but I do think he's milking it a little bit. Do think he's milking the situation. Little bit like Harry Styles, you could argue. There's some people who are obviously using the momentum of Liam Payne's death to further things that they want to do and projects they want to get out there, but look, that's business. There's business, you know. I believe the collab that everyone's losing their shit over with Harry Styles and is it J.W. Anderson, the clothing and the makeup and stuff. The prices are nuts. But I believe this was set up earlier in the year, so it's kind of, you know, it's not that they've all of a sudden just gone in to do it. It's something that's been ongoing, but he's gone back to work, and again, it's not uncommon for people to use certain things to push out. Some people are going to feel a certain way about it, and they are feeling a certain way about it, but look, that's by and by. But anyway, back to the point being that these fans are claiming that they didn't see Liam, or they were led to believe that he was left. which I don't get it. Who had told them? Who had leaked that information? I can't find any leaked information or any information that would say that Liam was leaving Argentina with Kate. And Kate was also quite vocal about the fact that she was leaving. She had posted it on her socials. And, you know, Liam had obviously uploaded videos to his social media that, you know, there were videos released that was stipulating that Kate was leaving. Do you know what I mean? And there was a little bit of a frosty behaviour between those two. Do you know what I mean? There was something off about it. But so, you know, and those with a keen eye will know what I'm talking about. The breakfast table video. So I don't understand the bit about led to believe that he was leaving and this diversion tactic, but I know that some people have felt that perhaps Kate was being used as some sort of a decoy. Maybe that was to move Liam from one hotel to another, away from everybody. And again, this is going to feed into that feeling that there was a little bit more to what happened to Liam. Was the point to get him away from everybody so that perhaps this was a preempted plan, and there is something more nefarious to it. And perhaps if he'd have been moved and he'd have been surrounded by his fans, then it wouldn't have been so easy to get Liam into the position that he was gotten into. Because you just get that feeling, don't you? You get that feeling that Rogelio Norris, for instance, there's just something about that guy. You know, he tries to come across like he's this shining light in Liam's life, and he's helping him, and he's going to get him off the issues that he had. Then he's leaving, and he's not having anything to do with him. Then he's going to this hotel, and he is the primary sort of contact, if you like. He is the person who this hotel is liaising with, and he is coming and apologising to people at the hotel. It's just something that don't sit right. But what do you think? Have you heard this news? Have you? And if you've heard what these fans are actually saying, how do you feel about it? What do you think is actually going on here? Do you think that this was about moving Liam out of the eyes of those who would have potentially been around him? And if that is the case, was that under Liam Payne's instruction? Did he want to get away from people in order to partake in what he seems to be partaking in, or not? Because, again, you have to look back to the very purpose that Liam was there. Liam Payne was in Argentina. The reason for being there was to obtain a visa so he could go to America. It just seems a bizarre situation to say, oh, yeah, he went to Argentina. He was going to obtain, you know, he was going to get this visa and move and live and eventually marry. He'd written this note saying that he was going to marry Kate, but then in that process he decides to go on this massive bender. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense unless someone is poisoning the ointment, and you then have to look at those around him. And again, I can't help but, and I'm not accusing anybody of anything, I'm just saying this is how it looks when you stand out and you look in. It looks like, if this is true, what we're hearing is that Liam Payne was moved to a place where people were seeing him, there was people around him, to a quiet period in the corner. Let's get him out of the way, and then let's push all the buttons that we know are going to fuck him up. And that's what happened. It's possible. Let me know what you think. And I'll catch you all later on tonight in the live. Be there. Idaho 4.